So the first question asks you how the patent process works in university. Basically, we as a student working at the university, and does the patent belong to the researcher or the university? How does it work?
Okay, that is a very fantastic question, and thank you for asking it. Universities have got IP policies, and this may differ from university to university, but in my experience, the IP policy of the university requires students, research associates, and other employees of universities to assign their inventions to the university. In other words, the university is the proprietor or the owner of the IP right, but in exchange for that assignment, in exchange for giving your intellectual property right to the university, you will also obtain some kind of financial consideration. There is some kind of payment which will be made to you depending on university policy. And you will definitely be remunerated or compensated for coming up with this idea. But the reason why universities take IP and hold it as their own is because, for the most part, if you are a researcher or if you are working for the university in some capacity and you come up with something, an innovative idea or a patentable product, the situation is that most likely you have produced this IP during the course of your employment or using resources that belong to the university.
For small and medium enterprises, it is often complicated and expensive to file and maintain patents. So I hear a lot that it is easier and cheaper to protect inventions with trade secrets. What do you think about this?
In principle, it could seem to be easier and cheaper, but it's not necessarily the case, because it's true that patenting is expensive, and in fact, secrecy sometimes is doing nothing. But keeping secrecy in your information, it could be also complex and challenging, and it could be also expensive. Then you have to consider different costs for patenting and for keeping the secrecy, which are a different nature, and also they have different difficulties. But you consider the money side, you have also to consider if you need financing for your invention, because in that case, patenting should be more appropriate. And in the case, for example, if you are seeking for public funding, it could be even mandatory.
Now, if my startup is a deep tech company, we create very complex technology and very hard to copy. Do I need filing patents or not?
It's a bit more difficult, this question. If the product is the opposite of easy hardware, so it's difficult hardware, you may could think of not need a patent. But and that's true in the very beginning. If you are not successful, but at the time you become successful with your company, this deep tech hardware is usually disruptive, and that leads to your competition trying to copy it, like with the easy hardware. So in that case, you need patents too, and you may think of a different reason for patents in this case, and in the case before too. It's the situation where these companies will be integrated in a different company, or will be bought by a larger company. All these companies look for a proof that you own your hardware, and that's being done by patents too. So yeah, the answer is yes.